Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Southern Comfort Podcast. I'm your host, Keeta King. Thank you guys for joining again this week. If this is your first time joining, like they tell you at church, if this is your first time coming, do not let it be your last, all right? You are welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, by all means do that. We have a presence on Facebook and on Instagram. So on TikTok too, but I'm one person, so it's kind of hard to keep up with all of it. But nonetheless, make sure you like and share the show tonight, whichever way you choose to tune in, whether it's Facebook or it's on YouTube. At the end of the day, make sure you subscribe and make sure you come back on next week. All right. So if you tuned in last week, I think I just spit. If you tuned in last week, it was we had some issues with the sound, and if you were here and you came back for the second portion of it, thank you so much. Can't thank you enough. I'm not sure what was going on with the sound or whatever, but clearly it is fixed. And also, if you are in the Scottsville area of Alabama, make sure you check out the Twisted Fork Vegan and Vegetarian Food Festival that is going on this weekend. I'll drop some information down, like an address for you down in the comments a little bit later on. All right. So next week, we got D.ELLI Mr. Stand Up in it. He will be here live and in full effect. He is so funny to me. He is a character. So make sure you're here for that. Also, upcoming, we're almost a year into this. Can you believe it? Like, it seems so crazy. It seems like just like the other day, we were doing Jeter Jones and I, shout out to the Kangaroo Trail Ride Blues. We were just doing the show and kicking off the debut show, actually, for the Southern Comfort Podcast. Well, it only seemed right to bring him back, especially being that he has Mufasa 2, which is out right now. He just released a whole new project. You guys check it out. Shout out to Jeter. That's going to be either the 17th or 24th. I got to work with the schedule. You know how that goes. So anyways, stay tuned for that date. If I don't know by the end of the show, because he may pop in, I should know soon. All right. So I'll make sure that when I know, you guys know as well. Also, today is National Refreshment Day. Okay. So it's only fun refreshment day if you have a refreshment. So grab your wine, grab your Southern Comfort or whatever it is that you have, and let's get into the show. Again, I thank you guys for coming. So here we go. I always say I'm excited about the show, because I am always excited about the show. I just be honest. I just get excited about, getting to talk to people, especially being that I'm not actually seen this is new to me as far as the podcasting piece of it or whatever. But getting to talk to my friends on radio and it has always been important to me. That's always been like a big thing, because I consider everybody who listens and tunes in and supports me family. Anyway, so stop yelling. My co-host is here. She wanted me to tell you guys hello. I told them you said hello. Okay. All right. Well, listen, with no further ado, I'm super excited about this guest. Like I am all guests, but this one here hits a little different. All right. Because we have a lot of similarities. All right. I will tell you this. Music and comedy is probably not one of them, but he has a national following on the comedic or the comedy circuit. Listen, he has shared the stage with history, Frankie Beverly and Maze, and just to name a few, Cedric the Entertainer, as well as Charlie Murphy. He is a part of the Divine Nine. Shout out to Kappa Alpha Psi, and really all the Divine Nine. But tonight we're going to focus on the pretty girls and the pretty boys. Shout out to the AKAs too. All right. So to get that out there, I had to get it out there. Nonetheless, talk about multi-talented. He's also a musician, an artist, and his single 8 seconds? I think it's 8 seconds was on the Carter High soundtrack. So with no further ado, let me not fail to mention the fact that we do have a little radio connection there too, because he did voiceover work for the Tom Joyner Morning Show. But with no further ado, let me bring to the stage, to your platform, to your TV, to your handheld, whatever it is that you're tapping in on. We're grateful. The one, the only, D.ELLI Mr. Entertainment. What it do?
What up?
What's that? Did I do you some justice? Did I do you good?
Hey, man. Hey,
I
I
know
was
I'm
looking around the room for somebody else. Hey, I appreciate it, gorgeous. I thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much for coming on. You know, I've seen you on a few occasions, and I think we've only talked on a couple of occasions, but nonetheless, you made a very big impression on me. I did not know some of your background as far as like where you're from and so on and so forth until after the fact, and that just made it even better. Or can we just say gooder? It made it even gooder.
Good, it made it even gooder goodest.
It made it gooder goodest. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
But nonetheless, you know, I thank you for coming on the show. Did not exchange a word, guys. He was just like, okay, you know, wait, hold on. He did exchange a word because I did not have his title right. Weezy F baby. Weezy F baby, please say the baby.
Hey, I was like, hey, we can correct this. We can go ahead and have it popping. But thank you for sending me the flyer and let me preview it. It was D.ELLI Mr Entertainment. I'm real big on branding. Dallas King of Comedy. Yeah, so thank you so much.
You were so welcome. When he called my attention to it, I was like, no, listen, I overstand. I absolutely do. That would be no different than someone calling me Keeta King when I know my name is Keeta King. You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
There it is. There it is. All right, so let's get into it. Like I tell everybody who comes on the show, we are gonna have a conversation. All right.
Yeah.
And we like we just were just a little bit ago, and we're gonna let the world eavesdrop on it. You cool with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So one of the biggest, I guess I would say, I won't say connection, but one of the biggest things that I know we both experienced is Texarkana, Arkansas.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I wasn't raised there. I was there for almost 5 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I lived on the Arkansas side of Texarkana because it is the affordable side. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the affordable side of 30. I went there saying, oh, I'm gonna live in Texas. I'm not living in Arkansas. I'm not, you know, but please. Yeah. It didn't last long. But anyway, so you were from Texarkana, Arkansas. Tell me a little bit about what that was like, you know, growing up there and just some more about your background.
Yeah, you know, I'm originally from Texarkana. I just left Texarkana. Me and Calvin Richardson, I was just down there at the Texarkana.
Yeah, Calvin was there.
Convention Center. We had a ball. Born and raised there. Mom and dad still there. I have a couple of grandkids still there. You know.
Oh, you're a granddad. Granddad is wear their hats back to the back like that. That's
high time. I get so much like, you don't look like a granddad. I said, am I supposed to be fat, out of shape? I don't know what I want any new granddaddies. I'm paw. I'm good. Okay. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So shout out to Texarkana, Arkansas, man. That's my hometown. A lot of cats come up out of there. Rod Smith, he played with the Broncos. Eric Warfield, I played ball with him. He played with you know, the Chiefs.
Yep.
So I graduated class of '93. Shout out to them, man. Went to University of Arkansas, Monticello. But you know, I had to get the hell up out of there. I can't even lie. You know, to pursue this dream. But I'm working on a documentary called From Texarkana Son to Dallas King of Comedy. So that's gonna be coming out real soon. Okay. You know, but I loved everything about it. It was different then than it is now. You know, I want to go back.
When did you leave? What year did you leave TK?
It'll be 28 years in September. I've been gone. I've been gone 28 years. My oldest boy will be 28 in September. Okay. So I left about 1995.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I left in 2021, I think it was, or whatever. And it was an experience. Listen, I still have adopted family there.
Yeah.
If I ever touch down in TK, I know I always have somewhere to stay. I'm go eat. And you know,
my grandmother there too. Yeah.
I'm gonna be good. Did you ever go to D's, to the club D's?
We were trying to, before I became of age, we used to try to sneak in Mr. D's, but Miss Dollarhide knew everybody age. Yeah. So you couldn't get in there before you was 21. And it was the club. It was the club at one point. You know what I mean? It was the spot at one point.
It's still there. I don't know if people are still
tree in the middle of the club. With a
You
tree in
said
the middle of
what?
the club.
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
with a tree. I said it's a tree in the middle of the club.
It's a tree in the middle of the club.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Listen, if you know, then you absolutely know. You know, I was reading up on you and just some things that like you'd said, and one of the things you said is that you always knew you wanted to be famous.
Yes, ma'am.
And you never said exactly how that was gonna happen, but you said you wanted to be famous. And what triggered that? Like what inspired you to say, you know what? I'm coming up out of here and I'm coming up out of here famous.
Man, to be honest with you, baby, what first of all, I give all honor to God first and foremost. And seeing your mom and during that crack era, go through all the hardships. My grandmother primarily raised me. My dad was around. We still cool to this day.
Okay.
But I knew it was something bigger I had to accomplish. I knew I didn't want to stay there. I was like, there's something else out here with that I can actually do. I started off in music, still doing music. I have a single out right now called Hating on Me. It's in actually that single is actually in the movie Lady Luck. So I'm a co-producer of that movie. So Lady Luck is yeah, check
Okay.
that out. We shooting the video real soon. I also have a song that's coming out called Burned, dedicated to the 50 years of hip hop. So I'm still involved in music a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
But comedy really opened the door for me to do what I'm doing. So I don't take none of it for granted, you know, from
Right.
acting the whole nine. So I'm very blessed.
I always say, you know, when you ask God for something or the universe or you know whatever your choice of words are, when you ask, you don't get to tell the universe how to do it. You
Yeah,
don't get to, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to create that roadmap to say how to do it. And sometimes it doesn't always feel or look the most appealing, but at the end of the day, you know, the outcome will be what it's supposed to be.
yeah, absolutely. So again, I just thank God because I lost so many jobs. I had like 7, 8 jobs and I got fired from like 7, 8 jobs.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Listen,
know,
it's funny because like I'll say, you know, well, I don't want to do, I don't want to work. But that doesn't mean that I'm lazy. That just means that I don't want to work anymore for anyone else.
that's
You know
it.
what I mean? And I don't want to trade my time, my knowledge for a check.
Yeah,
You reach a certain point and you just like, you know what? I'm going, if I can work that hard for the man or whomever,
work
the
that
power
hard for
be
myself. I can
that
work
part.
that hard for myself. I can
That
work that
part,
hard
that
for
part.
myself.
And I love the song that you wrote. Actually, you were rapping in this song about your wife.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
lyrics were
It's called Nothing.
beautiful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We actually getting ready to go out to eat. So we try to do a dinner date and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
I definitely want to. I can't wait to come in the studio with you and you know, and really chop it up and have some fun, man. So I'm doing a special edition of the Man Cave tomorrow from 12 to 3. I'm with TK Kirkland at the House of Blues tomorrow, but I'm
okay.
also with the Alphas tomorrow with
You
my
with the
with my Rat
Alphas?
Pack tour.
Oh
They
yeah.
doing their nationals here, so we gonna be at what is that uh Gillies. We're gonna be at Gillies tomorrow at 9:30. Well, 9:06. You know they trying
Of
to do that little
course,
9:06 thing.
we know
But
how it
shout out to
goes.
my boy James. I appreciate him reaching out. So me, Shed G, comedian Q, comedian Grossman. I put
Which is
all these
all
cats
the Rat
together.
Pack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you've never seen us,
Yeah,
get your tears, get your napkins, get everything together. It's a special tour. Very, very grateful. Y'all can check me out on my Instagram, D.ELLI and my Facebook, D.ELLI Mr Entertainment. My personal page damn near full, but you know, all of that, man. But I'm looking forward to sitting in the studio with you and chopping it up, man. But I hate
absolutely. We have to do that. You know, the first time I saw you, well, I think it was at Juke and Jive, and it was in East Texas. And you were doing stand up, of course, and you talked about this potato salad. And you
yes.
gave your stomach you personified your stomach and gave
Yeah.
it a voice. and it was so funny. And I've kind of been following you ever since that. I want to
Thank
ask you this real quick before we go, because we're gonna go quick on this. Before we get to plead the fifth, and I'm gonna let you out. With all the different, social norms have changed so much when it comes down to what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, especially in entertainment.
yeah,
For instance, Lizzo and Beyonce had to remove the word spaz. How has that affected your comedy?
nothing at all.
You still do you?
I still do me.
Okay.
I find a way to, because I believe comedy comes from the heart. So if you're telling your truth, and I'm not here to deliberately hurt anybody's feelings, but the truth is true. You know what I mean? And I cut from that Bernie, Robin Harris cloth. I say the first thing that comes to my mind. So it
Yeah.
may get me in trouble and it may not get me in trouble, but I don't know how to be anything else. I can't be fake. Even when we doing the man cave on Saturdays and on tomorrow, I just speak my mind. So I'm like, you're not gonna get me on this corny shit. You're not gonna get me on that. It's just not gonna happen. It's
So
just not
basically,
gonna.
it's like either you buy a ticket because you came to see me and get all of me, or I got it.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, I mean, it is, and for most people that know me, they know what they getting into. It ain't no secret.
No, we go kind of already know. I probably should have did a parental guidance or like a whole little warning and let people know you might hear some cussing. All right.
Yeah.
So and I know you have to. You're going to eat and tell the missus I said I'm sorry.
Are you
Like,
good, baby?
we're gonna. I'm not gonna keep you forever. But I do want to. I have to ask you. Before we go to plead the fifth, what was your breakout moment in comedy? What would you say was, oh, this was what made me in comedy?
I have to say, really, the first show I did was Said the Entertainer. I had 3 minutes. That's all I had. If I had to go over that 3 minutes, I probably would have bombed. But I have to shout out to this white cat named Chris. He used to run the Improv in Addison. He was the cat that really gave me my first real break.
Okay.
I had lost my job. I came up there, and then Lee had Fat Tuesday. He said, "Come back up here," and I've been rolling ever since. So, shout out to him. I think he's in Houston or something now, but I would love to run into him because he was a cat that really said, "Come on back up here." Didn't hear me tell a joke, but just I knocked on the back door, and I was determined to do it.
You really did that? Like you really knocked? You were like, okay.
Yeah, I did. Yep. So, and it's been a blessing ever since. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know how to do anything else. I love entertainment. I got a great support system. Shout out to my beautiful wife. I wouldn't be where I'm at without her. It's a blessing to have a soldier on your team.
Absolutely. That's pretty priceless, to be honest.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what would you say to anybody who's like, I really think I'm funny? I have a nephew who is actually in LA right now, and he's trying to make it. What advice would you give to him? Because I'm going to share.
I would tell him consistency is key. God first, but consistency is key. Consistency is key. Get on as many stages as you possibly can. Write. I come off the dome a lot, but write as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to fill your audience out. Do different venues, audiences, white folks, black folks. Don't just tailor yourself just to black folks if possible. And never stop having fun. Never ever stop having fun. Once you jump in, don't stop having fun, for real.
Okay, so and I'm gonna share that, and thank you for sharing that. So let me tell you this: we do at the end of the show, which this is a very quick show. Y'all know this is a very quick show, so I hope you guys have chimed in and you get and you got it. But at the end of the day, listen, you can't leave without doing plead the fifth. Okay.
Okay.
You just can't.
All right, let's go.
Okay, all right. So here it is. I ask you 5 questions. Actually, today I'm gonna only ask you 4. I'm gonna let the people ask one, and I'll check the comments in a minute. But I ask you 5 questions. You can answer them or you can plead the fifth.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. And if I can make you plead the fifth, then we're done. Okay. All right. So guys, while I asking these questions, they're gonna go pretty quick because something just about him tells me he not gonna plead the fifth. So get your question ready. So here we go. Number one. All right. One must go. Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, or Mr. Robinson?
Mr. Who?
The Baby Kids guy.
Robin Harris.
Robin Harris. I'm sorry, Robin Harris. Yeah.
Oh, I plead the fifth. I love them all. I love all them. I love all them.
One must go.
Damn. You said Robin Harris, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
Robin Harris, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Cedric the Entertainer. How many was that? I'm missing somebody. Oh, Bernie Mac. I'm missing Bernie Mac. But one must go.
Damn. Damn. All right. I love Said my frat. I love Said, but that would probably be the one. Between Eddie.
He's a little newer. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Eddie, Richard Pryor, Robin Harris, and Bernie. Them. Yeah.
Then
they always in my top five, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Number two. Your most embarrassing moment on stage. I was watching Kevin Hart on Heart to Heart, and he talked about a stomach issue he had, which was like terrible. I won't go into it, but anyways, what was your most embarrassing moment on stage?
It didn't happen. It happened on stage because nobody tell.
Oh God!
It had everything. You couldn't really tell unless you knew me. Okay. So I had ate something and my lips had swelled. It was huge.
So you was up there looking like Steve Harvey.
Baby, I was looking like a baboon's ass. But they went down enough where you couldn't tell, but I knew.
Yeah.
So I had to go get a steroid shot for everything to go down. So it was crazy. Yeah.
So you keep an EpiPen now?
No, I'm good. I'm not really allergic to anything. It may have been some grease or something.
All right. So number three, who is your female comedy crush?
Oh, that's a good one. Female comedy crush. I would have to say she's not a comedian per se. She's a comedic actress.
Okay.
Regina Hall.
Okay. Yeah.
Regina Hall. Hands down, Regina Hall.
Regina Hall. Okay.
Woo! Yes, Lord.
Not yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
All right. Okay. So number four, and guys, I hope you have your fifth question ready to go. I ask all the men the same question. Whomever it is, artist, singer, whatever. Would you rather have your sex tape leaked or be ridiculed for having a bad set, a bad show on stage?
Damn. I think I can take a bad set because I don't want everybody to see my ass. I think I can take a bad set. I can recoup from that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to see everybody sitting in the back of my balls. I don't want that.
Yeah, no, that's probably Well,
I can recoup from a bad set.
What'd you say?
I can recoup from a bad set. I'm good.
Okay, all right. It's always interesting to me to see because pretty much with women, you already know they're gonna be like, no, I ain't doing no sex tape. But with me, it's always interesting to see. I'm gonna go to the comments real quick and see if they have a question for you real quick before you go to dinner. Godfather said, "Hey,
what up, Godfather?
You know Godfather. Hey, Shawana Flowers, happy belated birthday to you. Chicken Wang is who she is. Omar Cunningham says, salute to my brother.
What up?
Sissy's on here. Hey, Aisha, Jaylee, good evening. Hey. You are so welcome. Thank you for being a part of the show. Let's see. No one has a question for him. Jack Forte said, gotta go. Said gotta go.
Yeah.
I guess said gotta go.
Said gotta go.
All right. I don't see where anyone has another question for you. So technically you did plead the fifth, so I can let you out of here.
Yeah, ma'am.
I can, and I don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't. So when you invited me to the studio, I need to know, and we need to know how to get in touch with you and what's upcoming, and then I will.
You know, we got each other numbers.
He is a grandfather of 5. Did y'all know that?
5.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Hey, so y'all can get in touch with me, D.ELLI ENT. Don't do that. D.ELLI on my website, DLSworld.com. You can see all my social media, DLSworld.com. I got to get you in the studio soon. I'm gonna check the schedule tomorrow. Okay. And D.ELLI ENT on IG, but you can go to D.ELLI World. You can Google me, D.ELLI with a $, all this type of stuff. And thank you very much, gorgeous, for having me. Nothing but love and respect, man. And we'll talk real soon.
And tell them it is D.ELLI with a $, the entertainer, with an exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Tell them.
Weezy F baby, please say the baby. That's him. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, baby. All right, have a good one.
On the show. We will talk soon, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell him, Mrs. I'm sorry. He already gone. Listen, okay, so tonight it's been a very, very fun night. I really hate at the end of the day, y'all didn't get in on all of it. We kind of got started a little bit earlier because he had some schedule conflicts. Nonetheless, D.ELLI, if you don't know him, if you've never seen him live or on stage, he is hilarious. He is one of those people. Come on, Getty. He's one of those people that you see on stage and you see them do stand up, and you just never quite forget it. You just don't. And I had no clue who he was when I was doing some media at the Juke and Jive. Nonetheless, that's been, good Lord, almost a decade ago, and I still have not forgotten him. By all means, stay tuned for some things that we have coming, some work that we're going to get in together. I really wish that you guys had been privy to that conversation prior to, but some things came up, and it is what it is. Also, if you do have a question for him, even if it's a plead fifth question, that's fine. I will make sure that he gets it, and I will make sure that he answers the question. All right. And I'll share it on the Southern Comfort Podcast. Again, if you have not followed the podcast on Facebook or on Instagram, subscribed on YouTube, by all means, do that. Look forward to next weekend. We got Theotis. He's coming on, and I want to know all about the whole stand up in it and how that all came about, because he is a clown. And so this is going to be a great time. Also, got Jeter coming for the annual. Can't believe it's been a whole year. Can y'all believe it's been a whole year? It's so crazy. And I thank you guys for hanging out with me for this whole year, because coming from radio, you don't see, I was literally always in a cubicle, or not a cubicle, but in like 4 padded walls. They weren't white though. So that makes that makes a difference, being that they weren't white. But I never, did the whole visual thing unless it was doing TV for Partners in Prevention or the city or whatever the case may be. This hit different when I started the podcast. My lighting was terrible when I first started, truth be told. But you know what? You guys came back. Y'all always came back. So bear with me. It's just gonna get what did D.ELLI said I say? Gooder and good. Nonetheless, I appreciate you guys so much. I'm sorry the show was a little shorter tonight, but something did come up, and we ended up having to cut it short. But I thank you guys, and I hope you will join next week. All right. See you soon. Be blessed.